Alter Ego sent over their brand new Sunlit Dreams eyeshadow palette. This is inspired by the warmth and wonder of a lakeside autumn. This 15 shade collection is filled with soft maple browns, beautiful burnished coppers, and sun-warmed ambers. This palette is available now, and in today's video, I'll share the details with you. We'll do swatches, and we'll create a couple of looks so that I can share the versatility with you. Let's hydrate and begin. So let's start off by taking a closer look at the palette. Let's talk about the shades, and then I'll share the swatches before we get into our looks. So when you do open up the palette, the outer packaging matches the actual palette's artwork, which I truly appreciate. I think that's a great touch. And here is the palette. I grew up in Connecticut, and I've seen places like this in real life, so to see it on a palette, it's really, really beautiful. And there's so many little details if you really take a moment and look. The little leaves on the water, the rippling, there's birds. I think all of those little details are amazing. And you see the true sunlight and the change of the leaves. Beautiful. Nice and thin magnetic closure, and when you open it up you do get a nice quality mirror. Plastic protector. First glance. I really like that I have a mixture of finishes. We've got mattes, we've got satins, we've got the glittery, pretty specially shiny kind of shades. We have the darker shades for when you want to amp it up, and then the lighter shades for like the everydays, you know? So like I said, we'll do a couple looks, and I'll share the versatility with you. There's a special shade in here that is just calling my name. Nostalgia. As I turn it, I'm seeing different shifts. There's like green, coppery, bronzy tone. Yes. All right. Let me swatch it and share. This is such a pretty color story. I mean, yes, it's a basic, okay, but basics are what work. To the touch, the quality is on par with what I have come to expect from Alter Ego. Smooth, pigmented. The special or glittery shades do not feel gritty. Everything is smooth and creamy. Swatches only tell a part of the story. Let's get nice and close, and I will create a couple of looks so we can see. Unprimed lids with the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. This is a go-to. I really like this stuff because it primes the lids, prolongs your shadows, gives them a little extra oomph. And it doesn't leave like a super heavy tint either. And it feels great on the lids, so it's a win-win. I'm gonna go in with the Alter Ego 203 brush. I'm gonna mix the shades Soft and Cozy, go on as a base, if you will. So I'm just kind of tapping in between the two. There's a little tiny touch of kick up, but nothing to complain about. Tap the excess and just apply this as a base. Fluffy brush. This is the Alter Ego 205. Let's go into Sierra right here. And this will start in the crease. I think for our first look, we'll start with something soft and easy for the everyday. And then of course, we'll create something a little bit more, you know, multiple looks so we can see versatility. Color story like this is so easy to work with, and I feel creative when I have colors like this because I'm like thinking of all the colors and all the looks that I want to wear every day. Alright, so as we can see, the shade is blending very nicely. I like how soft it is because, I mean, obviously I'm going with a fluffy brush and I'm holding it towards the end so there's not a lot of pressure. Nice, soft, and diffused. I've gone back into that same color, and let's build it up just a bit. The shade is nice and warm. I like it. And it's giving me what I'm looking for. So that's even better. Look at that. Nice and easy blend. Beautiful. Clean off the brush on my Sigma switch. You guys know how much I love this. Now for a little bit more depth, I'm going to go in with the same 205. We just cleaned it off. And let's go into this darker shade Cinnamon. Apply this on the outer eye. I still want to keep it soft. This is supposed to be like that, you know, easier, softer kind of look. Okay. I feel the shade Luster right here. That one's calling me. Let's go into the 203. Pack that on. Tap the excess. And let's apply this. Ooh, so pretty. Look at that. I am so here for this. Nice soft, bronzy kind of vibe. And then now let's take that same brush. I did clean it off on the Sigma switch. I'm gonna go into Bliss right here. And go right on the inner portion, just a touch. Still keeping it soft and pretty. Yes, hello. That's cute. Melted and blended in together beautifully. But you know what, just for fun, let's go in with the finger. I'm gonna go on to that Luster shade and let's amplify it. Oh, yes. You know, you see a look like this, you can totally take from day to night rather quickly. You can go in daytime with the brush so it's softer, but then if you want to amp it up for date night or something, like right after work or whatever you have going on, you can just tap in with your finger and amplify. And you do get a little bit more, which is really nice. I do have a touch of fallout. No big deal. We'll clean that up. Put a little bit of mascara. You could very easily, comfortably wear this type of look every single day. Very pretty. Really pretty first look. Okay, let's do another. I want more. So I'm going to take the 204. It's a little bit more of like a detailed fluffy brush. And yeah, let's go into Toast. Toast is this darkest shade here. Just packing that on the brush, tapping the excess. And I'm gonna go directly in the crease with this. Look how nice. Easy. I don't have to worry about it. It's just going on. Okay. And that's placement. We'll perfect it in just a moment. Build it up on the outer eye. This look, I definitely want it to be my more look. I like that about this palette. I can go dramatic or I can keep it soft and sunlit. Okay. Yeah. Now, with the 205 fluffy brush, let's go into Rustic. Start to diffuse and blend upwards. Nice. Nice. Let me also touch into Cinnamon. Blend that in between those two colors. I love when a dark, nice, smoky look gets carried away. Big difference between the two, right? Let's keep it going, right? With my finger, I'm going to go into this shade here, Drowse. Look at that. I'm going to put this more on the outer portion of the lid. Look how pretty. That's a nice one and done right there. With the fluffy brush, that'll look gorgeous. Look at that. is 203. Let's go into bronzed. I like that this has these little micro, I want to say blue silvery glimmery bits to it. So pretty. The excess, and this I'm going to place on the beginning portion of this eye and just bring it in. Yeah, so pretty. And although this look is, I mean, it's a little bit more because we're using darker colors in the crease, but it's still very elevated and wearable in that sense. You don't have to think and say, oh, I don't know, how am I gonna, nah, it looks good. That looks good. That's pretty. Going into that soft shade with my fluffy brush. Nice pair of lashes would go with this really well. But because I'm going to take this off so I can create another look for you, I'm just gonna put a little something. Our first two looks are very pretty indeed. I think they're both giving that sunlit vibe. One a bit softer, one a bit more intense. I like it. Let's do another look, shall we? I'm gonna do the same thing I did prior where I used soft and cozy. Put that down as the base. Okay, so for this look, I want to make nostalgia. That pretty shifty look. You can see green. That really pretty one. I want to make that the star of the show. Okay, so let's start off with soft. I'm gonna go in with soft, and I'm going to place that on the innermost portion. Really brighten up my eye. You know what I like about these palettes? You have a great variety of mattes and, you know, shimmers and satins. So you can totally go into this, make full matte looks, full glam looks, do one and dones with the special shades. Yeah. And this soft shade, I like that it's not too stark white. So I will get a lot of use out of a color like this. I love going in with colors like this to just brighten up my eye. Same time, I'm going to go in with that same soft shade and brow bone highlight it right above the eye. I'm going to start with Cozy. This one right here. It's light. That's intentional. And 205. And I'm going to start with that for my gradient. Keeping that kind of high above the crease. I'm very much inspired by the artwork for this look, so I like how nice and blended and easy this is. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna take a mix of Sierra and cinnamon with that same 205. I'm gonna mix 1 part cinnamon, okay, tap, and then 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 parts Sierra. And let's blend that into the crease. See, I want it soft, but I still want enough touch of depth too. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. All right, great. All right, let's do it again. 1 part cinnamon, 3 parts Sierra. Yes. Yes, please. Nice. Oh, let's do just a touch of wood right here. And just very, very lightly on the outer eye. With the 204, I'm going to go into cinnamon. And let's do a bit on the lower lash. Yeah, it's just a little something on the lower lash. Now, yay! The shade I've been most excited to try, Nostalgia. And I'm gonna take my finger. This is so pretty. It shifts green, copper, like a little yellowy tone. It's so pretty. Okay, this is going, oh my. Ooh. Oh, the happiness of eyeshadow. I love it. I love the different shifts of this. Oh my goodness. This one shade, Nostalgia, I feel just sums up the artwork on the front. It's so pretty. I'm literally just patting this and it is coming across gorgeous. Yes. Look at you. This is what I had in my head and I love that it's translating. So I just picked up the 205. I don't have any additional product. I'm just using this to perfect, make sure everything is smooth. Nothing's out of place. Everything is looking good. Now I'm gonna go back in with the 203 and the shade Soft. Just gotta retouch the inner. Yes. Shantakai Eye Kajal. We're gonna smudge. Oh wait, this needs to be sharpened. Please hold. Okay. Now, waterline, and then I'm gonna smudge it just a little bit. This is the 201 from Alter Ego. There's something about a smoky under eye that just puts you in a mood. It's time for mascara. I'm gonna go in with a couple of coats of mascara and really just bring it up, amp it up. I love this look. These shadows on the lid are gorgeous. This is such a vibe. This look is my interpretation of this artwork. I definitely hope that the camera is picking up all of the different shifts in this one beautiful, beautiful shade. Yeah. Needless to say, I'm quite happy with the looks that I was able to create with this palette. And let me show you what it looks like after we used. A little bit of kick up, nothing to complain or report home about, you know? Beautiful. All around a nice, easy to work with palette. You've got great blendability, pigmentation is there. Keep it soft, build it up. Nice creamy shades you can create beautiful looks with. Now, I will say, as expected, a few of the glimmery, shimmery special shades, you get a little bit of fallout, but it's not enough to like complain and say, oh my gosh, it's scattering everywhere. No, that is not the case. I think so many of us would really love this palette and get a lot of use out of it because the color story is so approachable, so realistic. I will always focus in on how much are you going to use the palette? What's the color story like? This is definitely an everyday kind of palette. It's not just a seasonal, it's not just a special occasion palette. It's a well-rounded go-to kind of palette from day to night to even if you have a special occasion, because you have shades that can give you depth and dramatic eye looks, or you have those soft, easy, everyday, soft little something kind of vibes. So this palette really is for everyone, especially when it comes to realistic wearing eye makeup. I know this is said to be giving fall, okay, but not for nothing. These are colors you can wear year round, all right? You'll definitely pan this. If you've been craving warm, wearable eyeshadows, the Sunlit Dreams is definitely going to give that to you. And at the $22 price point, it's a very easy way to refresh your makeup for the season. I mean, like I said, it's for fall, it's marketed for fall, but this color story is something you can use year round. I do also have a discount code with Alter Ego, so you'll save even more on top of that very comfortable price point. So as always, everything will be listed and linked down below in the description box for you. Thank you so much for being here and spending your time with me and allowing me to share these looks from the brand new Alter Ego Sunlit Dreams palette. Please take a moment and give today's video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I will see you very, very soon.